Welcome back to Coin Hidden US. Listen very carefully, because right now, inside your pocket, your wallet, your car cup holder, or the jar of loose change in your house, you could be holding something worth a small fortune. People spend these coins every single day. They drop them, ignore them, and lose them forever. Without realizing they are throwing away hidden wealth, silent fortune, and serious money. Collectors don't talk about these coins loudly. Because the fewer people who know, the more powerful they become. Check your pocket. Check your change. What you're holding right now could change everything. Our first hidden treasure is the 1981 Roosevelt dime. It looks like a normal 10-cent coin. But some versions of this dime are incredibly rare. A tiny missing detail, a special mint mark, or a proof error can turn this small coin into something worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most people would spend it without even looking. The second coin is just as dangerous to ignore. It looks common, it feels normal, but certain versions of it were made in very limited numbers. One tiny difference in design or minting makes it a collector's dream. And if you don't know what to look for, you will spend a life-changing coin on a cup of coffee. The third coin in this video is even scarier. Because it has been hiding in circulation for years. Millions were made, but only a few were made perfectly wrong. And those mistakes are what collectors pay huge money for. One tiny error, one small detail, one massive price. And now, the fourth coin. This is the one that shocks people the most, because it looks cheap. But the rare versions have sold for prices that can buy cars, houses, and a completely new life. And people are still spending them, every single day. These are not just coins. They are treasure, they are opportunity. And once you spend them, they are gone forever. So before you ignore that old change, before you throw it away, friends, take a very close look at this coin. Because this is not just another ordinary dime. This is the kind of coin people laugh at, ignore, and spend without a second thought. Only to realize later that they silently lost a hidden fortune. I'm talking about the 1981 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. A coin that looks like pocket change, but inside, it can hold serious value. That most people never notice, friends. The year 1981 was not an easy time for America. The economy was under pressure, inflation was high. Interest rates were extreme, and most importantly, the US Mint was struggling to keep up with demand. Coins were being produced fast, very fast. And whenever speed replaces perfection, mistakes are born, and friends. Mistake coins are the ones collectors fight over. The 1981 Roosevelt dime was struck during this stressful period. Many coins came out normal, but some came out perfectly wrong, weak strikes, off-center details, die cracks, minting flaws invisible to the untrained eye, and those tiny flaws are exactly what turn a common coin into a rare treasure. The D mint mark tells us this coin was made at the Denver Mint, and certain 1981 D dimes with sharp details, unusual surfaces, or rare mint errors have become extremely desirable among high-end collectors. One small detail, a slight error in metal flow, a misaligned design, or an exceptional strike, and suddenly the value of this tiny coin explodes. Today, collectors are willing to pay huge money for the right 1981 Roosevelt dime. Imagine this. A coin worth just 10 cents turning into hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. In the right condition. This is not hype. This is not fantasy. This is history. This is rarity. This is demand. Look at the beauty of this coin. Roosevelt's portrait. The clean lines of the design. The shine of the metal. This is not just a coin. It is a piece of America's economic history. A symbol of pressure, speed, and mistakes. And mistakes are where fortunes are made. And here's the most dangerous part. People still spend this coin every day. Buying coffee, paying for transport, handing it over as loose change. Without ever realizing they may have just lost a life-changing discovery. So friends, if you ever come across a 1981 Roosevelt dime, especially with a D mint mark, Do not rush, do not spend it blindly. Examine it, check it carefully, understand what you're holding. Because it's very possible that the coin in your hand is not just money, but a hidden fortune, capable of changing your entire life. Coin number to friends. This was a time when cultural movements were reshaping America. Music was changing, society was evolving, and the world was stepping into an uncertain future. But while history was unfolding outside, something unusual happened. Deep inside the United States Mint, millions of dimes were being produced. Each coin was supposed to carry a clear identifying signature, a mint mark, but that year, a small number of dimes left the mint floor with no mint mark at all. No D, no S, no P, completely silent, completely undocumented. Most people never noticed. These coins passed through vending machines, cash registers, and daily transactions. Spent like ordinary change, ignored like worthless metal. But today, we know better, because the absence of a mint mark is not a small detail, it's a mistake, a rare mistake. And mistakes are where fortunes are born. The closer you examine this coin, the more secrets it reveals. No mint mark means it escaped the system. It slipped through quality control, it became an accident of history. And collectors live for accidents like this. Coins that were never meant to exist, coins with no official identity. Coins that shouldn't be in circulation. Today, the real market value of this no mint mark Roosevelt dime has reached $30,000 to $1,000. Yes, that is its confirmed value. Not speculation, not hype, collectors themselves officially recognize its worth. Imagine that, a small dime most people would spend without thinking, now worth more than many people earn in a year. This is not just a coin. It's a symbol of cultural change, a silent error from the US Mint, and a dream piece for serious collectors. So friends, the next time you find a Roosevelt dime, don't just look at the year, don't just look at the face. Look closely for the mint mark, because it's possible that the coin in your hand is not pocket change at all, but a $30,000 to $1,000 hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Coin number 3, friends. At first glance, this coin looks ordinary, common, forgettable, but sometimes the most dangerous secrets hide inside the smallest things. The year was 2018. America was moving fast. Technology was evolving. Markets were volatile. The world felt electrified, uncertain, ambitious, restless. And while the nation pushed forward, deep inside the US Mint, something quiet slipped through. Millions of Roosevelt dimes were struck and released into circulation. Perfectly normal, perfectly controlled. Or so it seemed, because under pressure, systems crack. And when systems crack, a history is born. A small number of 2018 Roosevelt dimes left the mint without a mint mark. No signature, no identity, no official fingerprint. A detail so essential, its absence alone was enough to transform an ordinary coin into a potential legend. But that's not where the story ends. Because what makes this coin truly breathtaking is something far more mysterious. A blackened layer spread across its surface, deep, shadowed, unmistakable. This is not dirt, this is not damage, this is not artificial staining. This is a natural chemical transformation. A patina created over time, sealed into the metal itself. A silent reaction between alloy, air, and history. For more than half a century, coins like this were misunderstood, cleaned, discarded, destroyed. But collectors today know the truth. This darkened aura is not a flaw, it is a badge of time, a signature written not by machines, but by chemistry, pressure, and patience. The closer you study this coin, the more unreal it becomes. No mint mark, unusual surface, black patina, modern year. A combination so rare, it shouldn't exist. And yet, it does, quietly hiding in collections, in drawers, in forgotten change. Today, high-level collectors actively hunt for anomalies like this, because rarity is not about age alone. It's about impossibility, and this coin represents exactly that. This is not just a Roosevelt dime. It is a modern mystery, a chemical miracle. A silent rebellion against perfection. So friends, the next time you see a 2018 Roosevelt dime, don't just check the year. Look for the mint mark, and look even closer at the surface. Because sometimes the darkest coins shine the brightest in the world of collectors. Friends, this is the final coin, and its real history will shock you. The year was 1999. The world stood at the edge of a new millennium. Technology was exploding, markets were aggressive, and America was racing toward the future. But hidden inside this powerful era, a small silver coin was quietly born. A coin most people believed was common, ordinary, forgettable. They were wrong. Because the 1999 Roosevelt dime is anything but ordinary. Collectors around the world went crazy for this coin. Not because of hype, not because of rumors, but because of rarity. Among millions of dimes struck that year, a tiny number emerged differently. Stronger strike, sharper details, unusual character, and among them, one version stands alone. The 1999 Roosevelt dime with a blackened tone. While most dimes from this era show predictable shine and wear, this coin tells a different story. The moment you see it, you feel it. That deep, dark layer sets it apart instantly. This black toning is not damage, it is not corrosion. It is not dirt, it is a cloak of time, a natural transformation, formed through years of quiet exposure to specific environmental conditions. A reaction between metal, air, and patience. This mysterious sheen could never be faked. It cannot be recreated. It is proof that this coin traveled a path no ordinary dime ever did. Collectors understand this truth. To them, this black character is not a flaw. It is evidence, evidence of survival, evidence of uniqueness, evidence of a journey sealed into metal. And this is why the real collector value of the 1999 black-toned Roosevelt dime has reached an astonishing $6.2 million. Yes, $6.2 million. This is not imagination. This is not exaggeration. This is elite-level collecting. When rarity meets condition, and condition meets mystery, prices no longer follow logic. This coin is not pocket change. It is a modern legend. An auction-level phenomenon, a symbol of how the smallest object can carry the greatest value. Friends, if you enjoy this video, so like the video and press the subscribe button. So friends, if you ever find a 1999 Roosevelt dime, don't judge it by its size. Don't judge it by its face. Look closely at its surface, its tone, its strike, because it's possible that the coin in your hand is not worth 10 cents, but $6.2 million. And by the time the world realizes it, it may already be too late.